Hey, good afternoon. Sold on RV Life Crew, family, or friends, whatever you want to call yourselves. It's December and I am trying to get ready to decorate the RV. But before I do, I need to finish my craft projects for the next craft fair that's coming up. And yes, I do feel like I'm shouting because it's raining and it's a little loud. Anyway, quick, before I turn on my Christmas music and get busy, I'm going to give you a sneak peek of what I'm working on for the next market and to be prepared to clean this mess up so I can clean the whole trailer up and decorate for Christmas. And I'll be taking you along for that as well. Alright, so today I'm going to attempt a Christmas tree made out of pine cones. I don't know what it's going to look like in the end. I'm just going to try. My mother sent me a really cool picture. And of course, Miss Sadie is taking full advantage of me not being in my chair. Are you done? Huh? Are you done? Do you need some help? There you go. She's taking over my chair. Again, I've had this mess here for actually quite a long time. It's cool enough where we have the fireplace on. Trying to keep it warm in here. It's only 69 degrees. Got my dishes done. You know, I'm going in the right direction, but I do want to at least try one more project for this sale. And I hope it turns out. So, until I get a little further, wish me luck.
What's up, YouTube? I'm back. Had to take a little break there. A little too much limelight, you know, all the cameras and the what?
You didn't want to become too famous?
Yeah, you know, cameras in my face all the time, all the bright lights, paparazzi everywhere. Yeah, it was getting really, quit the BS. I just didn't want to do anything. So we've had this generator. It's brand new. It's got 0 hours of runtime. It's been sitting in I was attached to the back of the trailer, and all the salt again. I'm not even a bitch about that, but anyway, and I haven't even run it for the 5 hours for the break-in period. So, drug it out, because now I'm hearing that Texas is supposed to see another cold winter, and a couple years ago, ice storms came through, took power out for a couple days, things like that, which would be really bad in a trailer. So I figured, well, you know, maybe we should get this thing running the way it's supposed to, and get it broken in, get it ready and easily accessible. And so I haven't run it in, let's see, we bought it in July of 22. I ran it on propane. I think I put a little bit of fuel in it. And so it probably hasn't run in well over a year. And again, it's got 0 hours on it. I'm looking at the gauge and it's not even giving me. No, I won't show you. I'll fire it up. It's a little noisy, but yeah, it's got like 0 hours on it. I wiped it down a little bit. So I mean, there's a little bit, like I said, it's just kind of road grime from being on the back and some of the salty air.
On that video, it was on. I have video of it being on the back of it.
So you know, a little bit, but again, it's still using the break-in oil. Anyway, she's a great little system.
I think it's gonna break, so we need to get that fixed before we can move on. But we don't have a lot of time.
It's a 4250 starting watts, 3500 running watts, one on gas, and then you can run it on propane, but you take a little bit of hit on your wattage output. So it's got everything from a 12-volt cigarette lighter, 30 amp RV plugs, and then 2 residential plugs. This here is just a ground fault, because if this thing is not actually grounded and you hook it to your RVs, because RVs, not to get too electric on you, but there's actually current running through the frames of the RVs. Ask me how I know. It felt really weird too. But anyway, this helps ground that out, unless I was to run a hard wire into the ground. So this was an add-on to it. But other than that, that's it. So to start her up, you come over to the...
So how long has it been since it has run?
It's well over a year.
And you just started it a few minutes ago?
Yeah,
and
I started, so this is exactly what I went through when starting it. Was I came over, turned it on to fuel, turned on the choke. Now, the first time I started it, it took 2 pulls. This may start on the first, I don't know.
So we are now bothering all of our neighbors by having it run for a long time. And why are we letting it run for a long time?
Well, we got to break it in. It needs a 5-hour break-in to let the seals in the piston, the rings in the pistons, make their score marks in the cylinders, and get all that broken in, get all the moving parts used to be in and wore in so that they're more efficient. So we're going to alternate back and forth. No, I'm trying to stay closer so you can hear it.
I can't make sure you see. Oh yeah.
That's fine. And so do all those things so that the engine gets broken in. It wants a 5-hour break-in. And so if you come over here and look out, see, I don't know if you can see it. But there's the voltage. Here's our frequency, so we're on the 60 hertz. This is our actual runtime right now. Of course, 0 when you started it. There's total runtime for the evening. 0. We got eco, and this is just a ground fault. So the eco, you can turn that off, and she'll go into high idle. So that's what I'm sitting here doing. I'll go for high idle a little while, read some stuff on my phone, watch Sold on RV Life YouTube videos, and then I'll come back and turn it back on to eco. So she idles down. So we're getting that alternation, or alternating RPMs in there, and that helps break the engine in.
And the ultimate goal is so you can change the oil.
Yeah, well, so we get it broken in, and then we'll switch the oil from the Champion. Oh, this is loose. Good thing I caught that. This came with it, and this is their, this is their engine oil, but it's just meant for the cycle, or I mean, for the break-in period. It's really thin, very, very viscous. Viscosity on it's like crazy. But they don't recommend using this as your normal oil. And then once that's done, I have had this for as long as I've had that. Then we'll throw some of the Quaker State full synthetic in there, and then every 50 to 100 hours, depending on how you use it, change the oil. And that's about it. I mean, maintenance on these things is really simple. There is a fuel selector filter somewhere, and that's what I was reading when you came out. I don't know where it's at. It doesn't tell me where it's at, so I ain't gonna worry about it. So we'll get the fuel filled up, the can filled up. We'll put some stable in there. That's what I think is in here now, so it kept it from gumming up. Gave us easy start. And now we have a generator to run the trailer on.
In case we get to freezing temperatures or the electricity goes out, right?
Yes, to both.
Okay, all right.
And because it's 30 amp, and I know the trailer's 50 amp, I have something called a soft start. Maybe that'll be another video. But it's an actual soft start control unit that plugs in. And technically, we can run 50 amp items. I shouldn't say that. It's misleading. It's like 2 air conditioners, right? When they start up and they have a 50 amp, 55 amp draw. And that's why you need to be hooked up to 50 amps in the summertime, because the 2 AC units trying to run, it's a lot of amperage on startup. Once they're running, both will run at about 30 amps, 28, 29. It's that initial startup. So soft start, here comes the wind. Soft start gets in there and allows us to start both of those when we only are on a 30 amp system. It's not going to really play a part in the wintertime, because the AC and all, or the cooling doesn't happen. The heater runs, but it doesn't draw much. Really, the only thing that's going to draw any real significant power is the little fireplace and the microwave. So this in the wintertime will be fine. As long as we have propane, we got heat.
All right, well, I'm going to go back inside because I'm freezing.
Yeah.
And but thanks for the info. Hopefully,
hey, you too.
Well, Olie is out in the yard, and I will show you. He's out there. I'm inside where it's warm. It was cold out there, and I didn't have a coat on or anything, but so he got a little long-winded for me there. But anyway, while he's outside, I'm inside making another batch of jam for the sale on Saturday, and it'll be my last craft sale for the year. All the extra, if I don't sell, will probably just be given away as gifts. Got my little process going here. I'm actually going to try to do this inside. It works, except for it's hard to get the jars out because it's so close, but I have managed so far. Making carrot cake jam. I made bagels yesterday for our own pleasure, and I made dog treats, and I got a lot of dog treats ready for the sale. Still have a huge mess for crafting. When it gets by this weekend, I'll be ready to get my Christmas decorating done, and I'm really excited to try to do that and to show you what it is we do to make our home the hizzy, festive, and Christmassy. And so anyway, we'll talk to you later. Ciao. Okay. Yay! Another day, another spare. We're gonna try our wares this time. I have carrot cake jam, strawberry jam, some coconut curry soup mix, Sadie's dog treats with gluten and non-gluten choices. We have some pretty wind chimes that can be used on a rear view mirror or in a window. Comes with a suction cup, and I have my little goodies there. Bag of shells, and of course I have my couple new ones that I just finished. Purple one, and then we have, and they're all sweating, pine cones and pine cone creations. Just a few. I didn't overdo it because I didn't want to have to try to get rid of them.
Gray, right? Your name's Gray, right? Gray.
The conductor sings a song